Hey, welcome back to the Deep Well podcast. So glad you were here with me again today. I hope you're enjoying these. I want to talk about something that doesn't get enough attention in the fitness world. We spend so much time talking about workouts and how many days a week we work out, what movements we do, how heavy we went. And those are all things that matter. But if we're really trying to improve our health and our fitness, what you eat might actually matter more. So today we're going to talk about whole foods, what they actually do for your body, why local sources make a real difference. And because we're lucky enough to live in this area, I'm going to tell you a few places where you can find incredible real food right here in Mooresville and around the Lake Norman community. So let's get into it. So let's start with the simple idea: food is information. Every single thing you eat send a message to your body. It tells your cells how to function, how to recover, how to fight off illness, how to produce energy. Your body is constantly reading these signals and responding. So when you eat real foods like meat, vegetables, fruit, eggs, things that grew in the ground or came from an animal that lived the way it was supposed to live, your body recognizes those signals. It knows what to do with them, and it has been designed to process them for thousands of years. And so when you eat heavily processed food, the things that come in a box with a ingredient list that's the full length of the box, your body's getting noise instead of a signal. It's working so hard to sort through all that information, and it's a lot at once. And so that's where your inflammation is going to start from. That's where the energy crashes come from. And that's where the slow grinding feeling of not feeling right is generally coming from. Your body doesn't know what to do with all these ingredients. So, what happens when you clean up your food and you start to eat real food? Well, next thing you know, your energy is going to go up. You don't have jittery feelings, like a coffee spike type of energy. Instead, you have steady, sustainable energy that carries you through the day. Your recovery improves, the soreness after workouts clear up, sleep better, you feel like you're ready to go again much sooner, and your immune system gets so much stronger. Real food is loaded with vitamins, minerals, the things that your immune system run on, like zinc, magnesium, vitamin C, iron. Those are all things that come from food, not just supplements that you can take. And once you have all this, your inflammation goes down, and the aches and pains that you were just writing off because you're getting older, they reduce, because that's chronic inflammation that you're reducing. And the diet that you eat is the biggest driver of that. So clean food, if you eat clean food, you'll just be super surprised at how much better you're going to feel. And another thing that goes unrecognized when you're eating bad is how your mental clarity decreases. And when you clean up your diet, your mental clarity is also going to improve. Your brain is an organ that runs on fuel. So when you give it clean fuel, clean energy, it's going to operate so much better. Now, all this means you don't have to be perfect all the time, that you can never enjoy any type of cookout or, eating a pizza. It's about balance. If we can get that 80-20 rule, if you can eat real food 80% of the time, you are going to see a significant difference in how your body feels, how you operate, and all those things. So now that we've established why whole foods matter, let's talk about why where you get them from matters as well, because it matters more than most people realize. When you think about meat or produce that you pick up at a grocery store, that chicken breast has traveled a long way to get to the point that it's hitting your grocery cart. It was, grown in whatever part of the country, in a facility. It was packaged, shipped across the country, and then sat in a cooler before you got it. By the time it gets to you, the nutritional quality is already degraded. And unless you're reading the labels correctly, you often don't know about how the animal was raised, what it was fed, and what was added to it along the way to keep it ready for you to pick up in the grocery store weeks later. So when we think about alternatives, the beef you buy from a farm that is a 30-minute drive from your house, that animal was raised on a pasture. You can go ask the farmer directly what it ate, how it was handled, how the meat was processed. And it's not been sitting in a supply chain for weeks before it gets to your plate. It makes a significant difference. So that's the fundamentally different piece of getting local meat versus grocery store meat. It's much more nutrient dense, it's cleaner, it's fresher, and you have full transparency of where it came from. And something else that I think matters just as much on the nutrition side is you're also supporting a local community. You know, when you buy from a local farm or local market, that money stays here in your town. It supports families in your area. It keeps small farms running. It strengthens the community that we live in. And that's one thing that we love here in Mooresville is our community. So when you buy local, you're supporting some great families here in our local community. We have access to some really incredible local options here. And let me tell you about just a few that and me and my family, that we will shop at and support local. So, one that's just right down the street from the gym is going to be Sovereign Traditions. This is an amazing family with an amazing little store. They've got all the meats that you could want, produce, supplements, and what's different about them is they don't just carry products; they have actual relationships with everybody who has stuff in their store. So if you have any question about a meat, a produce, or a supplement that's in their store, they can tell you all about that family that produced it, which is super incredible and something that you're definitely not going to find in that grocery store. They've also vetted these farmers and producers so that you can trust that when you're buying from there, you're buying a good quality product. They've already done the homework for you. They know that if you're buying from them, you're buying something worth buying. And then another one is Evans Family Farm. Jess Evans, used to be a member and a coach in our community, so we know and love her. And they have a really special place right up 801. Their meats are all pasture raised. The animals all live outdoors. They eat the way they were designed to eat, and they raise their animals the way that they were supposed to be raised. The difference in the quality of the meat there is you'll notice it in the taste, you'll notice it in the texture, and it's obviously full of a lot more nutrition because it's been properly raised, properly handled, properly processed right here. You can Coach Tina even and goes and helps process chickens up there, so you can really be in the know with your meat when it's coming from Evans Family Farm. And then to have a bunch of options down in Davidson, you've got the Davidson Farmers Market. They've got a bunch of local vendors supporting all kinds of produce, meat, other just trinkets and just different things. But you can easily get local meat, produce, eggs, all that at the Davidson Farmers Market. And same thing there. You're going to be able to talk to who raised it, who grew it, and then also supporting that local family and building a relationship with, who you're buying your goods from. And one other place here in Mooresville is going to be Josh's Farmers Market. It's probably the most well known. They're not like intentionally super local. They do reach out across the area throughout the state. They go down to the coast and bring back seafood and all that, but they do have that true farmers market feel where you can get a lot of local items and North Carolina state items. It's super convenient. They've got a big location, lots of options. They definitely have a lot more than others because they are trying to serve a broader market, but it's all good quality, accessible, and something that you can easily add to your weekly shopping list. So I want you to take this away from the day. The food you eat is either working for you or working against you. There's not really a neutral. When you make the shift towards real, whole, locally sourced food, you feel it. It's not subtle. You don't have to overhaul everything all at once. It just starts with one change. So maybe this weekend you go hit the Davidson Farmers Market, grab some local produce, some eggs, and then head on up to Evans Family Farm, get some pasture raised chicken. And then when you're done there, go down to Sovereign Tradition and talk to Amber and her family about all the different things that they have between supplements and produce and meat, raw milk, all those good things you'll find down there. And again, they're an amazing family who are also very well educated in all this, and it can help you understand even more why being local, eating local makes even more of a difference with your health and nutrition. So give it a few weeks, be consistent with it, and I think you'll be surprised at how much of a difference your body feels when you have provided it good, clean, local food, and that inflammation just drops down and energy level spikes, and next thing you know, you're doing more things than you realize you could do. You've got the energy to get through the stuff you didn't think you could get through before, and things just don't hurt as bad, and that's always a win. So I hope this information is super valuable to you guys. There, regardless of where you are, you may not be local here to Mooresville, but find that local farmers market, that local produce or meat store, and get your food there. Support local, eat local, feel better, and let us know if if you do this, and that if you felt a difference. I think it's worth a shot. If you've never tried it, switch to local eating, real food. That alone, real food alone, is going to make a significant difference. But getting it local is also just going to change the quality of your meals. The meat, without a doubt, it just tastes better. You can tell a difference. I can go to Costco and get chicken, and I can go to Evans and get chicken, and it is significantly different. So if you haven't made that switch or given it a try, do that. Again, let us know what change you see after doing this for a few weeks. And if there's any other information like this that you would like us to speak on, just let me know. We'll put together some more information, do another podcast on that. And again, I do appreciate you guys listening. If you've made it through this way, thank you so much. It means so much. And we will see you guys in the next one. See ya.